Next, we want to introduce Randy Riley. Randy is the president and co-owner of Golden Sun Insights. Before coming to Golden Sun, Randy was the director of produce merchandising and procurement at Kroger. He has had an extensive career across the produce industry and has worked in several different capacities, including produce clerk in a retail store, produce coordinator, produce buyer, promotional planner, and category manager. He believes following consumer trends in the industry is imperative to success across the broader produce marketplace and is passionate about sharing his knowledge with others in the industry through both speaking engagements and conversations. Please help me welcome Randy Riley.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to present today, and it's good to be with you all, even if it is virtually. So I am Randy Riley, co-owner of Golden Sun Insights. And as many of you are aware, our core business is to provide support to our clients who span from seed to retail, all in the fresh produce supply chain. This support involves strategy, business development, analytics, and marketing services. And we also work with several investment companies on these same services. Previous to Golden Sun, I was with the Kroger Company, most recently leading their produce operation that included category management, sales planning, and procurement. So the plan today is to cover controlled environment agriculture. And as investors, gaining insight on this super trend in the produce industry is imperative, and would like to discuss where the industry is headed. So at a high level, the purpose of CEA, as we'll call controlled environment agriculture, is to build facilities that will transform the production, the distribution, and the marketing of fresh fruits and vegetables over a duration in time, all in the spirit of achieving initiatives such as local sustainability and the surety of supply. You know, over the past 5 years or so, there's been over $3 billion invested in controlled environment agricultural companies. And we know that there are three main types of models. There's vertical farms that we hear a lot about in press releases. There's container farms, and then there's the standard greenhouses. As with any industry, there will be winners and those that don't win. It's our belief that the winners are the ones that can run with the low-cost model where automation will also be key. At Golden Sun, we have 3 clients in the controlled environment agricultural space, so we know this space well, and we want to talk a little bit about it, but we'll start with the retailers. So there has been increased interest from retailers in CEA for a handful of reasons. When you think about retail and food service buyers, they continue to seek simplified and streamlined supply chains. As retail becomes more competitive, and in some ways more complex, retail buyers are seeking simplicity, and they're associating simplicity with CEA. They're also being challenged to reduce waste and to improve in-stocks while maintaining broad assortments. And CEA offers a significant competitive advantage in their minds, as they are often located within 1 to 4 hours of a retailer's distribution point. Another point of interest is that local production and controlled environments lead to a more resilient, traceable, and trustworthy supply chain. And in the age of food safety awareness, this is huge. In terms of cost of goods, technology and operational advancements drive improvements to CEA unit economics that can compete with or potentially beat outdoor production. And also, CEA has the ability to usher in the next wave of biodiversity, nutrient density, and even flavor innovation, providing retailers with the differentiation they're looking for and quality products. When you think about the end consumer, CEA has also been on the rise due to changing consumer preferences and demands. See, consumers are looking for more locally grown fruits and vegetables for a variety of reasons. We've seen from COVID a big push to support local businesses and farmers who are facing tough times, but local has been cool and trendy for some time now. And CEA offers new perspective on this trend that are attracting consumers. One perspective is that there is a perceived higher quality and freshness from produce that is grown in your backyard, so to speak. Another perspective is flavor. Currently, flavor ranks at the top of consumer preferences and has become one of the distinguishing factors that make a superb vegetable or fruit variety stand out from the broad lookalikes. And then CEA has lower potential contamination from land animals or birds. Their water source is more controlled and frequently tested. And CEAs also have indoor harvesting operations that give them a greater ability to control the work environment as compared to outdoor operations. And in some cases, CEAs have been able to automate their harvest operation fully, eliminating any human contact throughout the growing or harvesting process. And so all of these points appeal to the consumer with their increased interest in this industry. So when you think about where CEA is today in terms of products and assortment, we know the top players in the space today are tomatoes, leafy greens, and fresh herbs. Little fun fact, today, more than 60% of all fresh tomatoes consumed in the US are grown in controlled environments. And that number approaches the 100% mark during the North American winter. Leafy greens, it's a category that continues to grow with more and more greenhouses popping up all over the US with investment money pouring in. There's not a week that goes by we don't read a press release around leafy green controlled environment agricultural companies. And as mentioned before, over the past few years, there has been over $3 billion invested in this space. And fresh herbs, including basic chives or parsley, mint, or thyme, or any other item, is very popular to grow in controlled environments. And so the future of CEA looks bright for other produce items. Currently, strawberries are the most common berry crop grown by controlled environment agricultural operations, and the market appears to be growing substantially. According to one industry magazine, the number of growers producing strawberries are increasing by 20% year over year. Experts in the industry say that products like strawberries that provide the same or better taste as field-grown product, but last longer, are primed to disrupt the market. Where CEA is headed is also dry veg. When you think about these three items, yellow squash, zucchini, or eggplant, the biggest complaint from retailers and consumers is the inconsistency in size or color or even the surety of supply. And those that are exploring how to grow this stuff in a controlled environment are focused on those three attributes. And CEA is also headed down the road of melons. Now, this is new and exploratory, and we're working with the group to potentially build this out. But in order to reduce the logistical disadvantages in terms of cost or surety of supply, there is a lot of interest from folks in trying to achieve melons in an indoor controlled environment standpoint. Hopefully you found that interesting, and I appreciate the time. I'm Randy Riley with Golden Sun Insights. Thank you.